All right, folks. Hope you're doing great today and you're having a fantastic day. This is episode 14, and you're listening to Always at the Top podcast, and I'm your host, TK. I am beyond happy to have started this journey alongside you. Me and my team are beyond happy to have started this journey alongside you because throughout the way we are realizing our new strengths and weaknesses that we need to tackle every day to be and to live the best version we can possibly be. This is a journey for all of us. None is excluded. But in any case, this is not a journey of competition with anyone except ourselves. We are at the same time dark and light. We produce both of them. And both of them are needed to start the process of change. And depending on which wolf we're feeding, dark or light, it will depend the wellness of our thoughts, of our feelings, and our actions at the end of the day. Fun fact here, we need both of them to start the process of change. And denying either of these beautiful sides, no good results can come out of it. Yes, we do all of these things that brings us up or down depending where we are staying throughout the day. For example, are you listening to your negative thoughts or to your positive ones? Depending on where you are and which one of you are listening, that's how your day is going to be. How this works? Well, remember, thoughts, feelings, action. This is a cycle that is on repetition. Let's say that you are listening to this thought. Oh man, you are good for nothing. Only this thought will produce the feeling into your system like fear, self-pity, self-anger, self-destruction. And these feelings will produce actions of closing up, not sharing with others, and on, and exploding into crying. And the action will determine basically that you are having a bad day. Let's say that a colleague sees your attitude and approaches you and tells you that you are doing great no matter what you think. Nobody's perfect, but you almost did it. And only this thought, this new perspective introduced into you by your colleague or friend can give you so much aspiration for the rest of the day. So you can become motivated, you can become positive, optimistic, and you can change and you can shift the entire energy of the entire room that you are in. So seeing things in different point of views and perspectives and asking for real feedback and honest feedback, it can give you that punch that we need to embrace the darkness and the light that we have inside. Otherwise, draining negativity and all this stuff will come up. Only because somebody else can give you another perspective, everything can change. Now imagine what you can do for yourself with all this power that you already have. It can give you your power back. You will have your power back. And you will be the most positive, energetic, motivated person in the room. And you will shift the entire energy of the room. This is why speaking up for yourself is so important to raise up our life standards. And this episode will cover this topic, speaking up for ourselves, and why it holds such power. Before we continue, let me remind you the importance of subscribing, following, sharing, commenting, and liking our channel and our content, because we want to reach new territories on the west, on the east, on the north, and on the south. We want to expand, and this expansion can belongs only to you, because we are here for you and we want to help as much as we can. But in order to reach as many people as we can. We need your support. So please, please, please subscribe to our channel and share the values that we are trying to build up in this space and time. So this is why speaking up for yourself is so important to raise up our life standards, right? No other voice other than your own has more importance in the whole world for you. When you develop a strong voice, you will be raised up so high by life that nobody will recognize you anymore. Unfortunately, not every time we will have that dear colleague or friend that will treat us better and to talk for us in a situation or kind of a problem. This is why discovering your own voice power is so important in raising up your life standards. If you feel that you have, so much to say, ideas, thoughts, goals that will benefit not only you but even others, but you feel at the same time trapped and closed up, not motivated within yourself, and you don't have the courage to speak up, then you need to develop a strong voice, not only for yourself, but to be an example for everyone in the room, for your family, for your children, for your parents, for your friends, for yourself, for your colleagues, for your workflow, for everything that you deem important. This episode will focus on the following questions. What is the power of speaking up for yourself? Why do you need a strong voice? Why is it important to have a strong voice? How can we implement and build up our own voice? Is voice reprogramming a high valuable possibility? So let's explore each and every one of these strong questions step by step. I have been here to bring you articles that have power and value so we can discover and build our own episodes on different sources to produce a worthy episode for a worthy topic. So let's dig in then. First of all, what is the meaning of the voice? What is the meaning of speaking up for yourself? What is the meaning of a powerful voice, even for others? Well, according to the Cambridge Dictionary, the meaning of the voice is described as below: the sounds that are made when people speak or sing. It's an expression of opinion or the right to express your opinion, an important quality or opinion that someone expresses. So your voice can produce sounds, right? So vibrations, in other words. Your voice can express opinions, and your voice is an important quality of you. Depending on which sounds you are producing will say in which vibration of that sound you are living. Let me repeat that again. Depending on which sound you are producing, it will say in which vibration of that sound you are living. For example, when you produce an energetic sound, what do you think the outcome of that sound will be? It will be euphoria, it will be good vibes, and suddenly you will change the energy and the vibes of the room that you are in also. When you produce an opinion out of a topic, depending on the energy, words, the quality of your voice, whether it's negative or positive, optimistic, you will affect the entire room just by your own voice, just by the potential of speaking up. You will make a difference. Your voice is an important quality that you have, because depending on how much you treat, exercise it, work on it, everything else will depend on it. The quality of your life depends on the quality of your voice. Words have power, so choose them wisely. Make a shift for yourself in your vibration, in your frequencies that you are living. Words can become transcending, not only for you but even for your surroundings. So make sure you speak up the right words. So let us go a bit deeper on that. If you are having worries, fears inside of you, and you aren't confident on your opinion, the power of your voice, and in the power of your voice, what do you think the quality of your life will be? Not a very good one. You will shrink all the time, being afraid to speak up, and you will always depend on other people's decision for you. But why to allow that? Why, when you have a great voice inside of you to follow your opinions, thoughts, ideas, desires, objectives, goals, projections, you just need to speak up. And don't embrace the fear. Let it go. Be the definition of you. Don't let others speak up for you. The moment you do that, you lose control over your life, over your faith, over your desire. You are in charge of your life. And your voice plays a really important part in this. So speaking up for yourself has an immense potential for you to get to the life that you want to live. So this brings us to the why it's important to speak up for ourselves. But first of all, what speaking up for ourselves mean? It means choosing to say what you feel or think when you feel it's necessary. It means expressing your own opinion or point of view, especially in contrast to those of others. An example that the Cambridge Dictionary uses for this, for speaking up for yourself, is: we had a really boring trip. Speak up for yourself. I had a wonderful time. So start always from the little things. Even if you have or had a really boring trip, don't say that. Immerse into the small things that you have passed throughout the day, and be positive all the time. This will make a energy shift into your words, into your voice, into your quality of your life. So start from the little things, and then it will develop to a common function that you will forever have. So every time that you are shifting from negativity to positive words, you will shift your energy, your vibration, your frequency, and your life eventually will get better. Speaking up is the bold step you make when those foundations are in place. It requires trust in yourself that will allow you to dive in that moment and let go of anxiety, so you can be present and listening and not lost in your head, worrying all the time. So build your trust in yourself, and then dive in the moment and let go of fears, of anxiety, and stop worrying so much all the time. So how to speak up for yourself? It depends how you treat your fear. If you will give your power to your fear, it will not go so smoothly. But, and this is a big but, if you understand that the power of speaking up for yourself belongs to you and to you only, nothing and nothing on this earth can stop you. That's how big you are. You just need to act accordingly. According to the magazine Psychology, an article well written by Anita Chadhuri, there are some key tactics you can try to find your voice and communicate effectively and assertively. So let's start and dig a little bit more on that. The first one is to get out of your mind and get into your body. At least Richard Goyder, an Australian businessman and sporting administrator, suggests to get out of your mind and be into your body before you speak. What do I mean by that? For example, athletes use this method all the time. Before they go into the big match, they just sit in a quiet room, breathing, have a breath work, and some do yoga and some do stretching, and this help them to reach a better potential. The second one is to communicate with assertion and not anger. Let go of anger. Communicate with assertion. To speak up for yourself isn't easy, and anger is always there all the time. And people are trying to avoid all the time anger, but sometimes they are getting triggered. To take everything here and to learn an effective way of style of communication is the challenge. So have a role model, a mentor, so he or her example can be for you a template to follow. The third one, time your tricky conversations. This is a big one because we get so much triggered by others all the time. And developing a style of communication isn't all. This is why practicing with a colleague, or role play with a colleague and or a friend, and take their feedback on how the conversation will, how these tricky conversations will get along the way, is the essential part here, is a key part here. Because if a person who likes to trigger you has a plan, you have to have a backup plan for that. So play a role with this tricky conversation and see where the different directions and derivatives of this conversation might go. Avoid checking your devices before speaking. Studies have shown that when we check our emails, for example, we hold our breath. That creates disharmony in our physiology, and this is not good for, especially when we have a speech during our day. So avoid checking your devices before speaking and do some breath work instead. Focus on your purpose for speaking up. Remember your why you are speaking up. Focus on your purpose, on why you are doing things. Dive deep and ask, what will this lead to for me? What this or that will bring me? Focus always on the end result. Ask always, why are you doing this? What is the purpose of speaking up for yourself? Remember all the time this. The sixth one, aim for self-actualization. What does it mean? As Maslow put it, he describes self-actualization with the qualities of the ability to be independent, spontaneous, and natural, to be able to laugh at yourself, to connect with others, and to focus on a purpose beyond your ego. To find confidence, you may need to override conditioning that thought you need to be perfect. So self-actualization is the zone when things get interesting. It's where you speak up, stand out, and create change. This is how powerful self-actualization is. So it's like the zone when things get interesting. It's where you speak up, you realize the power of your voice, and you stand out of the crowd. You're not following the crowd anymore. You want something else. And this is where change is created. You know, a different path will start to show up in your life. 7, concentrate more on contribution rather than competition. You are only in competition with yourself, nobody else. If else you are doing it wrong, and you are giving your power easily to others, circumstances, situations, relationship, and the list can go on and on. When speaking up, you need to focus your attention on the idea, what can you do for others with that speaking up, with that voice that you have. These and only these can lead you to a place of self-fulfillment and to create a flow. Flow and focus help you find your special message. Think about that for a second. What is it that you can uniquely bring to the world, that you can uniquely bring to others? So think about that. Think of the message that you hold, of the message that you want to transmit into the world. So concentrate on contribution, be a giver and not a taker. Don't compete with others. The only competition that you need to follow is only with yourself. The eighth key that the Psychology Magazine article suggests is practice self-compassion when learning how to speak up for yourself. Practice self-compassion when learning how to speak up for yourself. As we all with all other things that we face, what is necessary to do is to give up of perfection. Nobody's perfect. You are not perfect. So trying to build this self-compassion communication for you, in you, by you, is crucial, because in times when you need someone to talk, there is no better talk than a self-talk, a self-compassion talk. So let go of criticism, of perfectionism, and embrace yourself. And instead of saying you are going to fail and everyone will laugh at you, change the narrative. Change the narrative and be positive and be optimistic and say you are more than enough. You can do this. You are amazing. And speak to your inner child there for a minute. Work on the mindset you have and you will bring to the tables for others to consume. Work on the mindset and the others will follow you. When you allow your inner voice to expand, you expand the room you are in. When you allow your inner voice to expand, you expand the room you are in also. Okay, so step by step, little by little, you will conquer territories that you never thought it was possible. So to sum up the points here, because I think it's crucial to remind ourselves why it's so important to speak up for ourselves. The first one that we need to do is to get out of our mind and to get into our body. So practice mindfulness, such as breath work, yoga, or stretching. These are really helpful methods. The second one is to communicate with assertion and not anger. Let go of anger. Develop a style of communication. Practice. Time your tricky conversation. Have a plan when people are triggering you. So play a role with your friend here and discover the possibilities that the tricky conversations might go on. Avoid checking your devices before speaking. Just avoid them and pray. Focus on your purpose for speaking up. So remember your why. Why are you speaking up? Why for you is important to empower your voice. Aim for self-actualization. Remember, self-actualization is the zone when things get interesting. It's where you speak up, stand out, and create change. Concentrate more on contribution rather than competition. So be a giver, not a taker. And the last one, practice self-compassion when learning how to speak up for yourself. Nobody's perfect. Either are you. So be gentle with yourself. So let's talk now about the benefits that you will gain from speaking up for yourself. The benefits that you will gain for having a great pattern of communication and speaking up for yourself are immeasurable, and you will have at the end peace and harmony. On the other hand, creating a passive behavior can lead to stress, resentment, anger, feelings of victimizations, revenge, doubting or questioning, and judging all the time. None of the above will bring us peace. Those are the elements that destroy peace, in fact. The benefits of speaking up and communicate in an assertive way are seen as an healthier communication style. This style of communication helps you keep people from taking advantage of you. It can also help you from acting like a bully to others. This type of or style of communication can help you gain self-confidence and self-esteem, gain a sense of empowerment, understand and recognize your feelings, earn respect from others, improve communication, create win-win situations, improve your decision-making skills, create honest relationship, gain more job satisfaction. The best part of being assertive and speaking up for yourself is that you respect others too. It's a great communication style that will bring you the aforementioned benefits. What happens when you don't know how to communicate in an assertive way? Well, you learn. Change involves people in all the process of life, and developing within yourself a new communication style can be a change maker for your life. So how to develop an assertive approach of communication? Well, first of all, you need to assess your style. What do I mean by that? Ask the following questions and answer to them honestly. Do you voice your opinions or you remain silent? Do you say yes to additional work even when your schedule is full? Are you quick to judge or blame? Do people seem to fear talking to you? How do you approach these questions is the first step that will tell you what is your style of communicating that you are having right now. So be honest here and start to answer all these important questions. So do you voice your opinions or you remain silent? Do you say yes to additional work even when your schedule is full? Are you quick to judge or blame? Does other fear talking to you? So be honest and sincere in this process, and you will know which style of communication you are in. Second step is to use I statements. Using I statements let others know what you are thinking or feeling without sounding accusatory. For example, instead of "you are wrong," say "I disagree." If you have a request for help, say, or a request to others, say, "I would like you to help me with this," rather than "you need to do this." Keep your request simple, specific, and clear. The third one is to practice saying no. Yes, we already emphasized this point, but just in case you forgot, and now you have another reminder why it's important to say no. So practice saying no in a respectful way. No, I cannot do that. You do not need to have a justification for your decision making. Don't hesitate, be direct to others. They will respect your decision. In order to be assertive, you need to practice what you are going to say. Say what you want to say out loud. Say what you want to say out loud. So practice from a script. This is the suggestion. Practice from a script. Write it down and practice. Consider role-playing with a friend or a colleague and ask for a clear feedback. This will help you a lot. Using body language is as important or even more for acting confident all the time. Even when you are not in a good feeling mode of acting confident, you do try to act confident. How to act confidently? Well, keep an upright posture but lean forward a bit. Make regular eye contact. Maintain a neutral or positive facial expression. Don't cross your arms or legs. Face the person. Practice in front of a mirror or in front of a colleague or a friend. Alright, the next step is to keep your emotion in check. Conflict is hard for most people. It's easy than done to say, don't let your emotions on your way. But if you feel too emotional going into a situation, take a step back. Wait a bit, take a breath, and then go. So breathe slowly. Keep your voice even and firm. So keep your emotions in check. Okay, conflict is hard. Everybody's trying to avoid that, but you need to face the people. Okay, you need to face the conflict in a respectful way. So take a step back, breathe slowly, and then keep your voice even and firm. And honestly, start always small. Start always small. Don't go for the big chunk. First, practice your new skills in situations that are at low risk. Then evaluate yourself afterwards and adjust your approach as needed. Okay, so start small. Start small. This is the key power here. So finally, let's talk about the possibility to reform or reprogram your subconscious mind. Consider your subconscious mind like the autopilot feature on an airplane. But what is the subconscious mind? Well, the subconscious mind is a part of your mind that operates below your normal level of waking consciousness. Right now, you are primarily using your conscious mind to listen to these words and absorb their meaning. But beneath these, your subconscious mind is working behind the scenes, absorbing or rejecting information based on the perception you have for the world. And different people have different perceptions, which means different subconscious minds, because every one of us has had a different childhood. So let me repeat that again. So right now you're primarily using your conscious mind to listen to these words and absorb their meaning. But beneath these, your subconscious mind is working behind the scenes, absorbing or rejecting information based on the perception you have for the world. Different people have different perceptions, meaning different subconscious, because every one of us has had a different childhood. Everything began there, even your subconscious mind. Everyone had different experiences, and these experiences began our perceptions. We didn't reject nothing because we had nothing to compare it with. You can probably see why this becomes a problem later in life. Every time someone called you stupid, worthless, slow, lazy, or worse, your subconscious mind just stocked that information for future references. And this is how your beliefs are formed. This is how you are getting programmed and influenced. But how does this programming affect you? Basically, you become your worst enemy. Have you ever tried to achieve a goal and kept sabotaging yourself every single time? This is because of your belief system that has been created throughout the years. The only time you become aware of it is when it limits your progress in creating a balanced, successful, and productive life. So whenever you want to have a productive, successful, and balanced life, you become aware of the negative belief system that it has been built throughout the years inside of you, in your subconscious mind. So being aware is a positive thing, because now you know where the problem is. Now you know which one to tackle. Just by being aware of it, we can say that's an excellent news, because it means you can achieve anything if you first take the time to reprogram your subconscious mind. Henry Ford said, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right." So it's a matter of beliefs. If you change your perception of the world, your beliefs will change too. Your beliefs will follow you. Remember, whatever we plant in our subconscious mind and nourish with repetition and emotion will one day become a reality. So strike for positivity in your life and let go of anger, fear, and negativity. Visualize as much as you can to reprogram your mind and your subconscious mind with positive, with pure, harmonious sounds and images. Look to the words that you are saying. Empower yourself with the words. Look at the YouTube videos, look at or listen to the manifestation videos or meditation videos or documentaries or podcasts about this topic. Try to spend 10 to 15 minutes per day visualizing positive scenes in order to reprogram your subconscious mind and beliefs. Affirmations and positive ones can be another way to reprogram your subconscious mind and belief system. Like, for example, I am always at the right time, at the right place. I attract all good things that are mine to receive. Be consistent, persistent, and reinforce yourself. Become to feel stronger, confident, and happier. You will take risks and face challenges from now on. You will have a deep sense of inner peace, and conflicts will dissolve. You will attract more opportunities to expand and grow in every area of your life. In a short time, your life will start to change. You will manifest the best life that you can possibly manifest from now on. So be consistent, persistent to reinforce your subconscious mind. Trust the process. Your time is here. Your time is coming. So you need to do the work, and the result will handle themselves. The result will come. So why is it important to focus on the subconscious mind? Well, remember that your subconscious mind has been developing your belief system, and now that you are aware of everything that is going, not everything, but almost like you are an observer of your own life, and now you are aware of it, and now you want to have a successful, to create a great life for yourself and for your family. Why not? So now you understand the power of visualizing. Now you understand the power of speaking up. Now you understand the power of your belief system. Now you understand the power of your subconscious mind. So be consistent and persistent in your work, and the reinforcement of your belief system and your subconscious mind will follow. I promise you that. So this is it for today's episode, and I hope this episode will bring you joy and happiness into your life. This protocol that we explained throughout the 40 minutes episode. I hope that genuinely you will benefit from that, and you will share and follow and like and comment. We are here to help you for each and every one of your issues or situations that you might have. Don't be shy. Comment, like, follow, subscribe, in order so we can expand our community, so we can reach out new people. So thank you for your interest in becoming a better version of you. Thank you for your interest in you. So be consistent, courageous, positive, persistent, and the results will come. I promise you. So this was it for today. Episode 14. Always at the Top podcast. TK here, folks. Happy days.